Hey, what's up, guys? This is Joshua Martinez here. Gonna start putting some more stuff on YouTube. Was on Facebook, talked to a couple of activists who've been encouraging me to get serious about my YouTube channel and just start putting more content on there. And also, big shout out to James Freeman for inspiring me to do that and helping me out and getting subscribers. And thanks to all of you who subscribed, and I hope we can keep this going. I'll do my best to upload some good content and hopefully provide some good information and possibly get some of you to share information with me. I'm still learning. I'm still doing my best fighting the system anywhere I can. I wanted to do this video because there have been a lot of requests for an update on the arrest that happened outside of the Federal Courthouse. I was arrested that day for obstruction of justice. Obstructing a peace officer is what it's called here in Nevada. Well, those of you who saw the video know that I didn't want to provide my date of birth. I believe I have a right to be secure in my person, houses, papers, and effects. So I refused because they couldn't articulate probable cause. Officers admitted that I wasn't committing a crime. They still arrested me anyways. So I was booked on that charge. I was released. I filed a motion for discovery. In the discovery was the declaration of arrest. Now, Officer Deal, Jason Deal, the arresting officer, wrote in the declaration of arrest that the reason he was requesting my date of birth was because he thought I was armed. Now, you saw the video. He never mentioned a firearm. He never alerted his fellow officers that I may be armed. He turned his back to me a couple times, which we all know, officers who think you're armed, they're not going to turn their back on you. So we know that was fabricated, and it was a total lie. They're just, me being a strong Second Amendment supporter. Anyone who knows me knows that I carry a firearm, knows that I have firearms, close to me. So any officer can say that. And they knew who I was. They already knew my name. I'm known on the Strip and at the courthouses at the Regional Justice Center and the Federal Courthouse. Everyone knows who I am. So I'm sure they've done their brief on me and given some type of information on me to officers, and so they can use that excuse. So anyways, I fought it. I pled not guilty. Obviously, I represented myself, went to trial, put him on the stand, brought up good facts. When I say him, I meant Officer Deal. Asked him some questions. I was not given a jury trial. It was a bench trial. The judge found me guilty. Not shocking at all. I knew I wasn't going to be treated fairly as soon as I was told it was a bench trial. So here in Las Vegas, you don't get a bench trial or a jury trial when you're facing 6 months in jail. They feel that 6 months in jail, you can do it. It's no problem. Even if you're really innocent, it's really not that important. Why waste time in front of a jury? So I did not enjoy the right to a jury trial when all criminal offenses are to be tried by a jury. They refused me that. I was found guilty, sentenced to $640 fine. I appealed. Again, my appeal was denied. I brought up the facts that the officer never mentioned anything about a firearm. He never asked to pat me down. They couldn't provide information on why they were questioning me. What was the reason? What was the probable cause? They couldn't provide that. The court, or the district appellate court judge, Judge Baer, I believe his name was, upheld the conviction, denied my appeal, and sent it back down to the lower courts. So now I'm working on a federal lawsuit. I want to see how that goes. Don't think I'll have any luck there. There's no attorneys in Las Vegas who want to help me. So I'm going to have to represent myself in that case as well. So it didn't end there. There was more to come after that. So after the conviction of the obstruction charge, I think a couple weeks later, the same group of officers pulled me over not too far from the Federal Courthouse. I would say about 100 yards, maybe less, for driving without a license. I asked the officer what was the reason he stopped me for. He said, well, last time we made contact with you, we discovered that you do not have a driver's license, but yet you drive around. So since we know that, we're going to issue you this citation for driving on a revoked or suspended driver's license. I said, fine, I'll fight it in court. Went to court, filed some of my motions backing up my argument that I have a right to travel. I believe it is a human right. Appeared in court. I was asking constitutionally protected questions. I was asking the judge the cause and nature of the charges. What jurisdiction were we in? Was it a criminal matter? Is it a civil matter? You guys saw that as well. Judge didn't like my line of questioning, said this is her courtroom, where I corrected her and said, no ma'am, this is our courtroom, we the people. This is our courtroom. She threw me in the back for 15 minutes. She brought me back out and told me I didn't like your line of questioning, and asked me if I wanted to apologize or not. And for standing on the Constitution, hell no, I will not apologize. I will stand for that beautiful document. I think that's the most beautiful document ever written by mankind. No way would I ever apologize for standing on it and protecting it and preserving it. So she sentenced me to 15 days. 15 days in jail, got back out. They still had my arguments, my motions, and my evidence proving that I have a right to travel. We looked at the city. I was ready to go. I was ready to go to trial. City said, no, we'll go ahead and move to close and dismiss. Fine. Closed my folder, left, said thank you guys, walked out. She didn't look too happy. She looked a little upset about that. I think she was hoping the city would throw me in jail for another 15 days, but that just didn't happen. So fast forward, I tried to go to the Federal Courthouse to file some lawsuits against Metro and to figure out what was going on, and I wanted to find out some information on their ID rules. Well, Marshal Bucktong, who does not like me, put me in cuffs, called Metropolitan Police Department, said you're not allowed to be here. You're trespassed from the property. You're not allowed to come back. I asked, why am I trespassed? I've never been violent towards them. I've never threatened them. I've never even cursed at them. They said, you know why. You know why. No, I don't. Till this day, I can't tell you why they won't let me into the Federal Courthouse. Is it because of my activism? Is it because I'm vocal and I'm not afraid to express my opinion? I'm not afraid to express that I am willing to defend my property and what's mine with my life and my liberty? Possibility, that's probably why, but is that just? Absolutely not. I have a right to enter a public building. That's our building, the people's building. Well, he throws me in cuffs. Metro PD gets there. They said, we're just going to give you a citation. Go to court. You fight it in court. I said, great. I looked at the marshals and said, I hope you guys are there because I'm going to be there and I'm going to have my evidence and we're going to go to trial. I appear at the Regional Justice Center. Regional Justice Center is about a block away from the Federal Courthouse, the Federal Court building. I show up. Nobody from the marshal's office was there. The judge gives the city marshal, Las Vegas city marshal, a paper that closed my case. Fine. They closed the case. They just gave me a paper. We didn't put it on the record. The judge didn't want to come out and see me, so she gave it to the marshal. Said that's fine with me. I'll take it. Got out after I beat that case. About a month later, sorry guys, I don't have a correct timeline with me, so I'm just going off the top of my head. And I'm a little exhausted right now. It was hot today. But anyways, about a month and a half later, I was at work. I worked at a nightclub here in Las Vegas, off and on for about 2 years. I've worked in the nightclub industry for a while. And as I was working as a door host in front of the establishment. See 3 men approach. 3 men all just dressed normal. They had baseball caps. I stopped them and said, sorry guys, I'm the door host. We have a dress code, no ball caps. If you guys want to leave them in your vehicle, that's fine. Just come back, make sure you have your ID. We'll get you guys inside. They looked at each other and they're like, no, we're here to check sheriff's cards and the business license. Well, sheriff's card is pretty much a permit for an adult to work in the entertainment industry or around slot machines. So a clerk at a 7-Eleven has to have a sheriff's card because there's slot machines in that establishment. A stripper, a door host, a bartender, they all need that little sheriff's card. So yes, the sheriff's department converted a right into a privilege and issued a license and fee for it. So I told the officers, I'm sorry, I told these gentlemen, no, I don't have it on me. It should be, it's probably in my bag, but I'm working. I'm the only one covering the door right now. Security isn't here. What can I help you with? I can go get the boss. He's inside, or just go find him at the bar. They surrounded me. 3 guys, one in front and 2 on the sides. One is a little bit off to my right. One guy asked, "Is that your firearm?" I open carry. I open carried at work. I've had a couple jobs here where my bosses allowed me to open carry. So I told him, yes, it is my firearm. He asked, "Do you have a concealed weapons permit?" I said, no. Before I can say Nevada is an open carry state, no permit is required. He grabs me. The other guy grabbed me. They cuffed me. Now I kind of tense up there. The officer says, "Well, you're under arrest for possession of a concealed firearm." He discerned it. He saw it. He asked if that's your firearm. In Nevada, the law pretty much says that if it's discernible by ordinary observation, it is not concealed. It's not considered concealed. He discerned it. He said, "Is that your firearm?" Of course it is. I mean, it didn't come with the pants, so it is my firearm. So they cuff me. They sit me down. I'm asking, "Who are you guys?" Then they finally pull out the badges and then show me who they are. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Had no idea who these guys were when they approached. No idea. 3 more plainclothes officers come from around the corner, from around the building. They were in the back, guarding the back door, which was odd to me because usually when we get visits like that from the city, they usually send one pencil pusher to just with a little clipboard and check and take pictures of the business license and the liquor license, and then they go on their way. So this guy pulls out his badge, says Special Investigations, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, and they're deep, about 8 guys, 1 woman. So they booked me in on possession of a concealed firearm, which is a felony. Now, I'm asking these guys, as they're doing the paperwork, they're doing their thing, they're running the serial number on my firearm. I asked, this is because of my activism, right? This is because of who I am. You guys aren't here to check the business license. Someone sent you to check and arrest me, right? One was saying, "No, we don't know who you are. We have no idea who you are." Well, as one of the officers he has a book bag on him. He pulls out a laptop. They open it up. He's checking it. One other officer comes up behind him, and he goes over his shoulder. He's looking at the screen too. They're both looking at the screen. The one standing over in the back, he whispers, "Yeah, that's Joshua Martinez." And I found that I knew right away. I was like, "Yeah, these guys are here for me. They're ready to lock me up. They finally came to get me." As you know, and that's at that point I kind of was like, "Well, you guys are obviously here for me because of my activism, because of what I've done at the Federal Courthouse and some of my live streams. You know, some people may find what I say maybe extreme, maybe radical. That's the only reason why they came for me." The other officer still, "Well, I don't know who you are." I don't know. I didn't hear anyone. Hey, you had a gun on you, man. You're not supposed to be carrying concealed. Again, I'm protesting. I was not concealed. I was not concealed carrying my firearm. So they took me to the Clark County Detention Center, booked me on that. Possession of a concealed firearm. It's a charge that can carry up to 4 years in prison. It is a felony, so if I am convicted, I lose my right to keep and bear arms. So that's where we stand now. I have trial for that because I pled not guilty. I did hire an attorney for this one. I'm not representing myself on this one. The trial for that is October 30th. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'm still out and I can still upload some good videos and hopefully share some good content with you. And again, hopefully you guys can share some good content with me and share any good information. But I think it's important that we all stay active and remind these people in office that we the people preserve the spirit of resistance. We don't want violence. But damn it, you better know that we are people that understand our rights and that we will stand for them. We want to remind you, government, that your powers derive from the consent of the governed. We the people. We the people are the federal government. All of you people in uniform are just the hired help. So as a matter of fact, we're your bosses. We tell you what to do. Does it feel that way now, guys? No, not really. So we really have to do our best here and be very careful, especially to those who are considering getting in to activism and some folks want to be First Amendment auditors, some folks want to be constitutionalists and try these things in courts. Be very careful. I'm not trying to discourage you. All I'm saying is I wasn't ready. I wasn't always aware. I was kind of comfortable in the fact that, hey, you know what, there's people around me. What can happen? Well, they caught me alone. Nobody was around. They could have done more to me, but, you know, they only filed false charges on me and took me into jail. So, again, to those who want to get in, do your homework, do your research. Always have a camera ready because you don't want to be in a position towards your word against theirs. But that's pretty much that's the end of the update on the obstruction charge. So those of you who thought that was the end of it, no, there was still more to come. But they always tried and tried and tried, and it wasn't my first rodeo, and it probably isn't my last. I will do my best to spread the word and inspire others to stand up for their rights and to stop just sitting down and letting people walk all over you. Because in the end, the only ones who are responsible for their rights are you, me. Nobody else is going to stand for our rights. The only rights you have are the ones you're willing to stand up and defend. So if you really want to take this seriously, do your research. Connect with it. Understand that our humanity, our rights, everything belongs to us, and nobody can take that from us. No one has the right to convert it into a crime. No one has the right to block us and prevent us from exercising those things. So that's the end of the update, guys. I'll do my best to do some live streams. And I was trying to do a live stream earlier. It wasn't working. I may have bad signal, but I just want you guys to stay tuned. There's more to come. I want to do some more activism as far as First Amendment auditing, and still invoking my constitutionally protected rights. So we'll see how that goes. So please stay tuned. Encourage others to subscribe to this channel. Again, big shout out to James Freeman, my man. That dude, he's awesome, right? Isn't that guy something else? So I love you guys. Remember why we do this: God, country, and family. Peace.